Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I'm going to be discussing a couple of things that I feel like I need to talk about on my channel. um, I need to talk to you guys about one thing that you need to know that's going to be happening, one that possibly is going to be happening, and the other is just some explanations about the way we keep up with the things that we prep. So, I'm going to start with the channel stuff because that way I can get that done. It will not take long, I hope. But you know, if you ever watch me, I talk a lot. And no, this is not like a muscle shirt, it's a dress. It kind of looks like a muscle shirt. It's kind of weird. Maybe I need to put a sweater on. Anyway, channel changes. I can't speak English. For the month of September, I want to participate in a collab with some other channels. Actually, Moss Family TV is the one who started it. Fallon did over at Moss Family TV, and she started it a few years ago, and it's a big open collab, and it's called Fall Food Fridays, and I want to join with her and do this. So, I will be changing the day that my planner video comes out. And, I mean, you'll still see it. I'm not going to just not do it. It will just be probably bumped over to another day. And it may be Wednesdays instead of Friday. So you would see it before you see my Classic Happy Planner. Or else I'll do the Classic Happy Planner on Wednesday. And then the Agenda 52 on Thursday, and then Friday I do the Fall Food Friday, and Saturday you still get my Faith Planner. Okay, so that part is what I want to talk about for that. That is just in September. Another thing I wanted to talk about, there's been a lot of times that I wanted to put something on my channel and I didn't do it because I didn't have enough days in the week. And the things that I normally put on there, I don't want to not put that on there. But then again, I am considering making a new channel. And the new channel would only be for my planner related things, because that takes up at least 3 days of my week. And I feel like I don't want to stop putting those out. I know that I have a great following of ladies. I don't know if there's any men that do watch, because only ladies have commented that I know of. I do want to still put those planner videos out, because if you enjoy them, I want to make them. But I'm thinking about starting a channel just for that. And then this channel that I started years ago, a few years ago, like it's going on 5 years, I think. Maybe 4. I don't know anymore. Anyway, this channel, I'm thinking just have it for like hauls, like grocery hauls and things like that, and for day in a life maybe, because I have had people tell me they liked it when I did that, and for doing the prep stuff, which honestly, I know that I haven't really talked about being a prepper before much, but you've seen my house. If you've seen any of my videos, you know we keep a stock of everything. I just didn't realize that that's what it was called exactly. I did realize that a few years ago, but I didn't really call it that because I didn't want to be a prepper only channel. Honestly, my channel is not about just one thing. It's about many things that I'm interested in. It's about, I mean, we've had woodworking, we've had gardening, we've had planning, we've had organization. I've done cleaning. I've done just silliness and craziness and all kinds of things. I've shared a lot of different things on my channel, and that's what I want it to be. I don't want it to be stuck in one place, because this channel is supposed to be so I can share things that I choose to share in my life. So I am thinking about doing another channel for just the planner videos, or some days just have 2 videos out that day, and That way, if you want to watch the planner video, you can watch that. If you want to watch the other video, you can watch that. Like, if you're not interested in planner stuff, but you're interested in my other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But then again, if you're wanting to watch both of them, great. I encourage you to watch what you want. And if you don't like my channel, you don't have to watch. But I'm pretty sure if you didn't like my channel, or you didn't weren't curious about what I'm talking about, you wouldn't be watching me right now. But I am thinking about doing that. I really do like the idea of just doing 2 videos a day for those certain days, like one at 6 a.m., the other one at 6 p.m., something like that. Because I can do that. I can put as many videos on this channel each day as I can possibly upload. I wouldn't want to do too many, but I do think that there are some people who watch my channel that have no interest in the planner stuff. There are some people who watch my channel that are only interested in the planner stuff. And then there's some people that are interested in all the stuff. So you guys let me know what you would like, because I'm leaning more towards 2 videos a day. But, you know, if you would like a separate channel, I could do that. Or leave it like it is and not be able to share as much as I'd like. Okay, so that's all about the channel. I told you it would take me a long time, even though it wasn't supposed to take but just a short time. The next thing I want to talk about is my food preps, and I think that I want to show you guys, well, no, I don't think, I know I want to show you guys how that I inventory all of this stuff in my house, where I'm not wasting, where that I'm not overbuying, or where I'm not letting things expire. Okay, so I guess I need to get that other paper that I didn't get and show you it. Okay, or the other papers. Okay, I'm gonna swap over to this camera, which you cannot see, and that one, you know, you can't see either. Okay, so I'm gonna swap down here and just be, you'll see my hands. Hi. Okay, so this is like, okay, let me just start over with that part. First, I'm gonna show you how that we have, okay, no, this is all not working because I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay, first of all, we usually only prepped for 3 to 6 months, so we honestly didn't keep up with how many things we wanted of each item. We just knew how much would fit in our pantry, and that was how much we needed. It just worked that way. But then we decided, when all this stuff happened with the virus and all the crazy, you know, hoarding and overbuying and all the people rushing to the stores and buying so many things that they honestly probably didn't know how to store, or they didn't know how, they wouldn't have areas to store. Some were just being greedy, and they decided to buy up the things just so that they could sell them on eBay or on Amazon or something, which was totally horrible. And I'm glad that those places shut them down, which there are still that are ones that are doing it, because like the other day a friend told me she was looking for the food saver attachment that you can vacuum seal with, and they are out everywhere. But then if you go on eBay, they're like $100 a piece. This is a $12 to $15 tool, but they are price gouging to $100. I don't want to get into that because it does make me angry, so let's not talk about that part. I'm going to tell you how that me and my husband sat down and we decided how much of each item we needed for each month, and then we multiplied that by 12, and that's how we figured out how much we would need for the year. So first of all, we know that our daughter, she's the main one that uses stevia. Actually, she's pretty much the only one that uses stevia. I took my little postcards, not postcards, index cards, and I just started writing things down of things that we definitely keep in the pantry at all times. This is not all of it. I just started writing it down, and then I started writing down, okay, we talked about it. She uses stevia. She uses one bag a month is 9.7 ounces, and that means we need at least 12 of those to last us the whole year. So we usually kept anywhere from 3 to 6 in the house, but we decided, okay, we want to keep 12. So same thing with peanut butter and with pasta, and we do buy different sizes of peanut butter. So we figured out how many large jars and how many small jars we would need. If we were going to, if we couldn't get the large ones and we were going to buy the small, we needed to, figure out how many we needed. So if we need 12 large ones to make up a year, then, and we could only find 10 large ones, that means we would have to get 4 small ones to make up the difference. So we figured out that kinds of things. We figured out how much sugar we need for the time. We usually, we're only going about 6 months with sugar though, because it's so, just something. But all the things that we wanted to keep in our home, we decided how many we would need, okay? And then we went into our pantry and we took an inventory of how much that we actually have of each item. And this is only non-perishable foods that I'm talking about as well. So we wrote down an inventory, and then I went to my handy dandy Google Sheets, and I made myself a little, I hope you can see this good enough. I don't know. I may have to zoom in on parts of it when I'm editing. But we came in and I put in the item we needed, the ounces. Some of it we didn't put the ounces or or pounds because it just didn't matter, because you can only get it in one size, or we only get it in that one size. And then this part will be used later, and I'll tell you about that. And then we put in our goal of how much we wanted. Now this one right here is tomatoes, and both of these are tomatoes. One is 15.5 ounce, the other one is 28 ounce, because we have both sizes in our house. Well, we know we want 95 of both sizes, not 95 of each one, but 95 cans total of these. We don't care which size. And if we get 28 ounce size and that's all we get, we know that we don't need as many of the 15.5 ounces. So that was one thing. And then, we went through, and the things we had multiple sizes of, it is on here twice. Like tomatoes, tomato sauce, baked beans. There's very few that we have multiple sizes of. But anyway, so I went through and I made a whole list of what the item is, the size of it, the goal we have. Some things we don't have goals, like sliced beets. The only reason we have it in our house is because my son wanted to try it, and he still has not tried it yet. It is not expired, so we haven't said anything. I think what I'm going to do is just figure out some kind of recipe I can put it in. And then I put the total amount we had. And then after I did that, I went through and I looked at the things to see what we had, like this right here. Tomato sauce. We have 8 ounce cans and 15 ounce cans. And we want 6 to 8 cans to last us the whole year of tomato sauce. But we don't want 6 to 8 but we don't want 6 to 8 of each size. We want 6 to 8 total. So I have 4 of the 8 ounce and 12 of the 15 ounce. So we don't need any more to last us a year. In fact, we have over the amount, so there's no number on this side. The ones that have the number, that's how many we need to reach our goal. This is what we need to purchase to reach our goal. So what I will do, and also the reason why we don't need much tomato sauce is because we decided tomato paste is smaller, it's easier to store because it's smaller, and I can make tomato sauce from tomato paste. Okay, and then there's some things we just don't use a lot of, like green chilies. We want 8 to last us a whole year. We don't use that a lot, but whenever we want to make like a rotel or whatever, we use the green chilies. Sometimes I just use fresh peppers for that, because all rotel is pretty much tomatoes and peppers. So anyways, I went through and I figured out the item, the size, if it mattered, the goal and the total, and then I came in and I highlighted all the things that we don't have the whole amount that we want, and I put how many's needed on this side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is with this, I'm going to make a master list of the things that we need to get us to our goal, and to have that goal always in the house. So that means we'll have to shop for those things, which you will see whenever we purchase those things, because I share all that. Now, this right here is my handy dandy magnetic little list I keep on the refrigerator. Anytime that we are almost out of something, or we are out of something, which is not supposed to happen, then we write it down, and I start at the bottom and go up. The reason why I start at the bottom is because sometimes we only may need this much, so we can just cut that off and not waste the rest of that paper. I don't like wasting, so that's what we do. Now, this right here item is the only one right now that we need from the grocery store that's not some of this stuff, until I go in and I look and I know we're out of cucumbers. So I'm going to go ahead and write in, I've got just a little bit of cucumber in the refrigerator that is cut up already, unless Noah ate it last night. A lot of times I have found that whenever I first started doing this, everybody was, whenever they got it in the habit of doing it, they were doing this really well, and then for some reason now they forget to write it down. And I told them, if it's something that you forget to write down and it's something that you enjoy eating, I'm not going back to the store to purchase that for you. So you'll have to wait till next time. But if it's something that Mama enjoys, like her fresh fruits and vegetables, and you eat the last of it and you don't write it down, Mama's going to be mad. So I try to get them to write down what they're using up. So that list is what that is for. Okay, I'm going to swap back to this camera, and hopefully I've explained all that in a way that makes sense to you. If you would like to have a master list like this, Google Sheets is just an online thing that you can have on your phone. You can have it on your computer. And most likely, if you are watching me, you are using one of those items. If you can pull up a web browser, most likely you can use Google Documents, Google Sheets, and make yourself a spreadsheet. So that is how we keep up with the things. Now, the things I've shown you today, which is not, I didn't show you, this is 3 pages, front and back, on 2 of the pages, and just part of this page. Turn around. Part of this page. It's not the whole page. Those are only our non-perishable items. That includes all of our cooking oils, all of our barbecue sauces, and any sauce, any type of like salad dressing, any of our noodles, any of our like little pasta sides and things like that. And like even with our pasta side, and it also counts for like our dry beans and stuff like that. Even for like our pasta sides, that like we bought pasta and rice sides, which we had not been buying for a long time because they had MSG and stuff in them, but we started buying them again because they took it out. Even stuff like that, I didn't just write down rice sides, I did each individual flavor. That's why it's a lot longer, because I went into detail, because that's the way my brain works. I need to know the exact flavor. So this does not count any of my freezer inventory. This does not count any of my toiletries. This does not have any of our hygiene, health type of things. This does not have any of our refrigerated things. I am going to make other ones of these for that, but this is just what I've done recently to try to get my brain on this 12-month train, because I didn't used to do 12 months. And even though I've been doing this for years, whenever I throw in something new to the mix, I do need to figure out the way that I can understand it. That is why I plan. That is why I use so many planners. That is why that I love spreadsheets, and why that I love notebooks. Because I can write it down, and then my mind can organize it, and I can understand my own thoughts better. And I know that makes no sense to some people, but for those of you that are like me, it makes perfect sense. So I think that is about all that I wanted to talk about. I am still prepping, and I will be for the rest of my life, or until there is no possible way. The reason why that we have decided to go from 3 to 6 months to 12 months is because this virus taught us there may not be toilet paper. There may not be rubbing alcohol. There may not be baby wipes, which we still use. There may not be paper towels. And we don't even use a lot of paper towels, but we still want them in the house. There may not be pasta sauce, pasta, dry beans, rice. All of these things that people cleared the shelves, there may not be that. And my priority is my family. Now, am I saying that everything in my house I would not share with someone in need? No. If I knew someone was truly in need, I would do my best to help them as well. I have, like our church has given to food pantries. I used to work in a food pantry at a church I went to before. We have like donated clothing and donated things. I'm not going to be someone who's hoarding this stuff and who is saying, oh, mine, it's not yours, you can't have it. I'm not that kind of person. I won't just give to anyone. You have to really prove to me that you need it, and are not just, I mean, I've had people that come to me before. It's been a very, very long time. I've had people come to me and tell me they needed something, and then me find out, no, they didn't. They just got mine, and then they wasted their money on other things. In other words, they could have purchased it themselves, but instead they got mine. And we do work hard for this. My husband works hard for every item we ever bring into this house. I work hard on keeping it organized. And I know there's a lot of people who have talked horribly about people who prep, but they have also said, things like, that we're crazy or anything like that. But some of them have learned that we're not crazy, because whenever all this happened, I wasn't running out trying to find toilet paper. I wasn't running out trying to find Clorox or bleach items, which now that's back in stock most places. I wasn't out looking for sanitizing wipes, even though if I see them in the store, I will pick up a pack, because we have used a lot, and we're going through my supply. I wasn't out looking for Lysol. I wasn't out looking for pasta. I wasn't out looking for anything, because I know how to bake bread, and I had all the things to make it. I had plenty of groceries in my house, and had no problem with that. Also, if you guys would like for me to do a video on prepping for someone who has, not that she's a picky eater. My daughter's not a picky eater, but she has texture issues. And there are some things that she really wants to love, that she likes the flavor, but she can't stand the feel of it in her mouth. So that means that sometimes we have to have special things for her. And like, she has to have stevia. If you would like for me to do a video on how to prep for someone like that, I would like to do that if you would like for me to. But if you don't need that, or if it's not something you would like to see, then I won't do it. Unless, there's a majority that does want to see it. But I wasn't out looking for stuff, because I had it at home. I wasn't out in the wildness and craziness. I couldn't believe whenever all these people had hoarded all the toilet paper, and then the stores had to make rules that they could not return them after they tried to return them, when they saw, oh, this isn't going to be a lifelong situation. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't one of those. I didn't even buy toilet paper for quite a while, and didn't need it. But then I finally, a few weeks ago, I did need tissues because my son does have allergies and he uses a lot of Kleenex. So I did have to go get some of those, and I shared that in a haul. So yeah, I wasn't out rushing to go find everything because I was scared I wasn't going to have what I needed, because I had prepped. And also, there are preppers that I have understood from watching other people that I watch that do prep on YouTube, because I've watched those videos for years, but I never did call myself that. But anyway, there's some people who have said that we did all the hoarding and we were out grabbing all the stuff. We weren't. And the reason why we weren't is because we already had it at home. We weren't scared. We weren't freaking out because we couldn't feed our family or have toilet paper to wipe ourselves. We knew we were okay. We had a plan in place. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit of an annoying thing that I have, that, you know, it annoys me when people lie. So if any of this makes sense to you, please let me know down in the comments. If it does not make sense to you, please let me know down in the comments, and I will try to explain what I'm trying to explain. Because I feel like today, this is all over the place. My head is a little bit all over the place lately, because I am doing something new with my prepping. I am extending the amount that we want to have in our home. But, and I am slowly adding to that. Oh, and another thing. If you decide to start prepping, don't go out and just try to purchase everything at one time. Don't go into debt. Just, while you're at the grocery store, pick up an extra pack of rice. Pick up an extra couple cans of vegetables that you already eat. Pick up a couple of extra of something that is long-term shelf life. That way you'll start stocking. You don't go buy it all at once. You don't go and, you know, drive yourself nuts. You just get a little at a time when you can, and eventually you'll find you're well stocked. And whenever you realize we're well stocked, we're going to be okay if we get shut down again. We're going to be alright if we can't get something because it's not in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Just do a little at a time. Don't try to do it all at once. And definitely do not go into debt. Do not go into debt. That is something I cannot say enough. Don't go into debt for this, because there are ways you can get it without going into debt. Also, use coupons. They're fun. Okay, I'm going to go. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. Leave me a comment down below if I need to re-explain anything, or if I need to explain something better. If I confused you, just tell me you're confused, because right now I am, because I don't even know what all I've talked about, because I had some notes, but I just had topics on those notes. Maybe I should start scripting myself. That way maybe it wouldn't take so long. But I don't know if that would work either. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. I'm going to say that again. But leave me a comment, because I've said it 1,400 times already. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.